Welcome back to the White Sox Draft Only franchise. I was editing this particular episode and realized I forgot to show you guys what our draft picks' actual overall and potential was after the draft, after we got everybody signed, as well as all the other players within the draft. So I'm going to include that edited video right here, and you'll get to see what everybody was. All right, it's time to take a look at our players, see what their overalls came out in, and there we go. Kevin McCann, 95 potential, 64 overall. Great home runs per nine. His hits and walks are better than his strikeouts. We knew that, but that's good because that does well in sim. So 6'5" lefty, great addition. Ricky McCann, his walks per nine is good, so I like that. Pitch clutch is high, so that helps with his hits per nine. Another lefty, another 6'3" lefty with great velocity. Medrano, 94 potential, 69 overall. Strikeouts are low, but walks are high. Velocity and break are high. Yeah, another 6'3" lefty. We might have a whole rotation of lefties. We might have to move one of these guys to the pen. Yeah, gotta love that. 94 at pick number 67. Canning, the catcher. So is a guy we knew he was going to have high potential but low overall. That's why I was looking at some of those guys to possibly fill in, get some hitters that we don't get completely shut out. Looks like he's good contact and vision. His durability's low, so he's just going to be minor league. Maybe he works his way up and he's a backup for us at the major league level. Same thing with Harvey Williams. Look at that power. 68 power already against righties. He just doesn't have any contact or vision, discipline, clutch skills yet. His durability's low as well, so we'll have to work on those. Ibanez, 90 potential. Hits, walks, and strikeouts are low. Great home runs per nine, pitching clutch. He does have good stamina, but with that clutch and everything, he might be somebody that would go to the pen, although he's a right-handed pitcher. Let's look at McCann. He has good pitching clutch as well, but good stamina. So we'll figure that out later. And then the reliever didn't come in as high as I expected. His pitching clutch is decent, but his strikeouts and walks and home runs are not good. So he'll be a long-term prospect. But look at all the blue. Gotta love that. Can't believe he's a 69 overall. Nice. All right, let's look at all the other prospects and see what we passed on this guy. Didn't need him. That's okay. Gerber, we didn't scout. That's a nice second baseman. 65 overall. Got great hitting skills, decent defense. Royals got a good player. Torres, he looks like the first baseman, but greater durability and plays third. Meeks was the pitcher we didn't take. I'm happy with who we got. Ferreira, only an 84 potential, 67 overall, so he's going to be up in the majors pretty quick. Great contact, vision, and clutch. Power's a little low. His defense isn't as good, but an 84, that's not good. I expected him to be higher than that. We kind of dodged the bullet, didn't we? I mean, I've been happy to have him, but disappointed at the same time, so we'll let the A's deal with that. Foreman was an outfielder. He's another one of those guys that had high potential, low overall, great hitting skills, can't play defense, but you can always put that at DH. You know, if he had been there when we got our second pick, I would have taken him. We would have had him and Medrano back to back. Decent catcher, 83 potential. Another catcher. Maldonado, we didn't scout. Pate, right fielder, good power, not good defense. That's about it. Didn't scout this guy. There's Louis Rulli. Again, he's a disappointment like Ferreira. I expected he could have been higher than that, and he wasn't going to be an A potential, but mid-B range, and all he has is power against righties. Great speed, great arm. So, yeah, really not disappointed that we didn't get him. Wallace, nothing great. They didn't sign Blaine Warren. Prado, 63 overall, 81 potential. Glad we didn't go with him. Can't play defense, and he can't hit other than power. Guthrie, only a 52 with 89, so they're kind of doing the same thing. Take the high potential and just build him up. Never saw this guy. Zuniga, we had him on our list, but his hits per nine is terrible. Look at the closer, Gold. He was the guy I said that was kind of just, he's good, he's not great. He's barely on the edge of being a starter. He can end up in the bullpen. Tero's another starter. Closer. Tunic, he was another pitcher. 67 stamina. That's more like a reliever with that pitching clutch. So glad we didn't go with him. Thank the Rockies for taking him off the board so we didn't have to worry about it. This was the other Medeiros. One that we thought about taking with the 99 velocity. Gonna work a lot though. He is 18. Bauer did not scout him. Holy crap. 67 overall, 88 potential. Look at the Dodgers doing work. Great hitting skills, great defense, good speed, no power. His durability is 20, so he's gonna be injured a lot. While we didn't scout him, I'm kind of glad we didn't. Grady, Sato, Gold. 71 potential, 74 overall, so he's going to regress immediately. Ooh, the Yankees didn't sign Marshall Ali, the center fielder. Maybe he's out there in the draft next year to check him out and see how he is. Look at this guy. He can play everything but first and catcher. 58 overall, but 94 potential. So they miss out on Ali, but they maybe have a diamond in the rough here with Chavez, even though he's 21 years old. Gary Green. Another third baseman with high potential. Saucedo, didn't look at him at all. Harding, we did look at him. Would have been nice to have him, but he got sniped before we could get in there. And there we go. So yeah, I'm extremely happy with this draft class. I hope you guys are too. Can't wait to get to the offseason, get these guys on AA and AAA rosters and start playing with them. And get this team built up hopefully pretty quick. We're in August right now, and we're going to try to get some player lock games with Roman Anthony, let you see how he plays, and maybe throw in one or two other guys. It kind of depends on how the games play out, but main focus is going to be showing you Roman Anthony for 2 or 3 games here in the regular season, and then get right to the playoffs and see how the Barons do in the AA playoffs, since they already won the first half. And I believe they're leading the second half as well. So let's hop into some gameplay and see how Roman Anthony plays for the Birmingham Barons. And we get our first look at Roman Anthony here as he's leading off for the Barons in the bottom of the first inning. Decided to put him at the top of the order so we can get more at-bats from him. He was up in AAA with Boston, so dropping down to AA. Figure if we stick him at the top of the order, give him a chance to get more ABs, that's really a good thing. And here's the pitch, and swings and misses on a pitch down and in. Bad pitch to swing at, and he goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. And we're here in the bottom of the third inning. Roman Anthony leading off again for the Barons. You can see they have a 1-0 lead now. And Anthony works the count 3-2. The pitch from Reifert. And he swings and misses on a curveball for his second strikeout of the game. And now Anthony's back up here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 on and 2 out. See if we can keep this rally going. And there's a shot into center field, but it's going to get snagged for the 3rd out. Great contact, better defense. Anthony is showing off his great range as he goes all the way into right center field to grab that ball. Got a run from scoring. And Anthony's back up here in the bottom of the 8th. Man on base, nobody out. Probably his last at-bat of the night, unless the Barons can rally. And the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and Anthony goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight. That is not the debut that we want to see for Anthony in a Barons uniform. We'll have to see if he can pick that up in subsequent games here. Well, his first game didn't go too well, so Roman Anthony's going to get a second shot here against the Trash Pandas and see if he can do better than that 0-for-4 that we showed. You can see Anthony struggling, hitting 161 since the trade. Hopefully this game will get him going. 3-2 pitch is ball 4, so he draws a walk. At least he didn't strike out. Good start so far for Roman Anthony. All right, Anthony up here in the top of the 3rd in a scoreless game. He hits a fly ball in the deep center field. Not even close to the warning track because it's 410 to center field. That's 1970s baseball right there. And that's the 1st out. All right, Anthony back up here in the 5th inning. 1 on, 1 out. Full count pitch from Klassen. And it's a ground ball to 3rd base. Spin and throw to 2nd to get 1, and that's it. Nice slide there to take out the 2nd baseman. That's a fielder's choice for Anthony. Speaking of Anthony, there's Anthony Rendon. Now Anthony up 2 on, 2 out, full count, top of the 7th. Need a big hit to break this game open. And the pitch is ripped foul down the right field line. Get ready to do it all over again. Runners are going to go with the pitch. 3-2 count. And he strikes out again. We got to stop watching him, man. We are not bringing him any kind of luck at all. And this scoreless tie goes extra. So Anthony still looking for that first hit. And here's a ground ball right to second base. It's not going to be that at bat. And one more time for Anthony here in the top of the 12th. Man on first. A little tapper up the middle. And they're only going to get one. He's just too fast. That was hit too slow. And Anthony goes down again. But the Barons did score a run in the 13th inning. This marathon might be over really soon. And Jared Kelly shuts him down here in the bottom half of the inning. He gets another save. This man has been an incredible find for us in the bullpen as the Barons win a marathon here. 1-0 in 13 innings. Poor Roman Anthony, 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. So many people had 2 hits, and he could not find one. Hagen Smith, though, 6 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, no runs, 10 strikeouts. Bullpen did their job and kept the Trash Pandas down until they could squeak out that run. Look at that. Jared Kelly, 36 saves on the season. Anthony had so many problems on camera. Started simming a bunch of games. Had a 1 for 5 game with an RBA there. Went 1 for 4 with only 1 strikeout there. Had a 1 for 4 game there. And a 2 for 4 game with an RBI and a walk. And another one where he went 1 for 3 and 2 runs scored. So it looks like his biggest issue is when we turn on the bright lights here. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a walk. So he's going to be one of those guys that, unfortunately for us, he's not going to play well when the camera's on. But he's a dynamic player in the sim. 0 for 2 but 2 walks. One for 4 with an RBI. Another 1 for 3 with 2 walks. Unfortunately for him and for us, he finished the month hitting 160. Hopefully he'll do much better in September and in the playoffs. Well, I wanted to show you the final stats for the regular season for the AA players, but unfortunately, San Diego Studios, in their infinite wisdom, wipes out the stats once the playoff starts and doesn't split it out to show you what the regular season stats are and the playoff stats. So I have no stats to show you. So next time I will make sure I pause at the very last day of the regular season and take a look at the stats there. What we can do in the meantime is we can go in here in the AA roster and I can show you how everybody's progressed. Colson Montgomery's up +10 contact against righties, +7 power against righties, up across the board. Hagen Smith, I don't know if this is because he was added during the season as one of the regular draft picks. He doesn't show any stats progressing up, but his overall is up to a 75. So maybe when we get to the offseason, it will reflect it properly. Roman Anthony, up across the board, he's a 73 overall. Edgar Caro, +9 power against lefties, +8 discipline. Davy Garcia's up to a 70, +5 on his Ks per 9, home runs per 9. Kai Bush, I think he's on the 40-man roster, though. I don't think we're going to get to use him, although I could be mistaken. He had a great season. He's up. Jacob Gonzalez, utility guy, up 5 contact lefties, power lefties, +7 vision, +6 discipline. Lloyd L. Chappelli, up 4 power against righties. Vision and discipline are both up. Wilfred Veras, he was in AAA for a while. We didn't put him back down to AA to play with him early on, but his power's up, +8. Zavala, +6 power against lefties, +7 discipline. Sean Burks up almost across the board. Kath, even though we kind of benched him, he's up to a 64 overall. He's progressing up. Gerald Perez, up 6 discipline. Gotta like that. Jordan Sprinkle was just a bench guy. Tim Elko, +10 contact against lefties. So you can see DJ Gladney got hurt in September, tore his calf. He's out for the rest of the season. Jared Kelly, our closer, plus 9 hits per 9. He had 30-something saves. I wish I would have gone and looked. He's up to a 61 overall B potential now. Just really kills me that they wipe the stats out and don't save them through the end of the offseason. We got a few other guys in here. These are all just backup players, but yeah, we got love plus 10 contact. Colson Montgomery's already up to a 68 contact against righties. So once we move these guys up to AAA next year, that'll be the real test. Speaking of a real test, the Birmingham Barons will take on the Chattanooga Lookouts in the AA playoffs as we get our first look at how our players will perform in the postseason. It might be a while, again, before we see them play for any sort of championship. So let's hop in and see if they can get the job done. The Barons won the Southern League North Division in the first half and finished 1 game back in the second, and will now take on a Lookouts team we are very familiar with. Hagen Smith and Chase Burns will hook up today for their 6th head-to-head matchup this season. Smith finished the year 10-8 with a 3.33 ERA, and Burns was 8-10 with a 3.31 ERA for Chattanooga. And second baseman Jose Torres will lead things off here for the Lookouts, and he lines a shot into left field. Zavala dives and misses. This ball's going to go all the way to the wall. Torres is digging hard at second, rounding second, going for third. Throw comes back in, and he's in with a leadoff triple. Zavala trying to make a nice diving stop here, but a little bit ill-advised. Should have just played it on a hop and kept them at a single, and now Chattanooga is going to start the game with a man in scoring position, 1 batter in. Next up is center fielder Quincy McAfee. Go ahead run at third base here. Nobody out. Top of the first, and he's going to hit a shallow fly ball into left. Zavala settles under it, and the throw coming in, and the runner holds. So they don't score on the play. Hagen Smith getting a shallow fly just when he needed to. That'll bring in third baseman Austin Callahan. And he's going to flip one down the left field line, and that is going to drop in. And Chattanooga's going to take a 1-0 lead here as Zavala gets the ball back in quick and holds him to a single. So Chattanooga off to a quick start here. 3 batters in. They're up 1-0. That's going to bring up cleanup hitter first baseman Christian Encarnacion Strand, and he's going to swing and miss for the first strikeout of the game, second out of the inning. Smith trying to get out of this inning with minimal damage. Facing left fielder Peyton Burdick. And he's going to hit a pop fly behind first base. Chappelle's going to run over and catches it just inside the foul line. Austin Callahan drives in the first run of the game. Could have been much worse. We'll see what the Barons can do in their half of the inning. And there's Chase Burns. We mentioned him at the beginning of the game. Saw him a lot this year. First batter up is going to be Zavala. Sammy has moved to left field today, and he's going to hit a ground ball at third. Callahan's going to grab and throw, and that's the first out. And we move Zavala to left and put Roman Anthony in center after we made the trade. And we'll see how that works. And here's a line shot down the right field line from Montgomery. That's going to drop in and go all the way to the wall. And it's going to be an extra base hit as the Barons try to respond. And they have a man in scoring position now with 1 out. And Edgar Caro, the catcher, coming up. He's been clutch for us this year. Here's the pitch from Burns. And it's going to be a line drive down the left field line into the corner. And that's going to score Montgomery. And he's going to trade places with Caro. And we're going to have a tie game here. 1-1. 1 out into the bottom of the first. So both teams getting on board early. Next up is Roman Anthony, the big player we acquired from the Red Sox at the trade deadline. And he's going to hit a long foul ball down the line. He has not played well when we've watched. Pretty much all of his big stats have come in the sim. Hoping to change that around here in the playoffs. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Burns. And it's a ground ball. And it's going to sneak through into right field. Throw comes in. And Montgomery, he does not try to score. He holds up at third. So we have men at the corners now with 1 out. Anthony's first hit of the playoffs. He's going to bring up Tim Elko. Trying to get the Barons a lead here. And he hits a ground ball to first. And they're going to throw to second and back to first in a 3-6-3 double play. Gets him out of the inning, but Edgar Caro ties the game up as we head to the second. And DH Nicholas Northcutt will lead off the top of the second for the Lookouts. Smith with the 1-2 pitch. And it hits him on the front hip. Northcutt hit by a pitch. Going to get on first base to lead off this inning and bring up right fielder Blake Dunn. 1 on, nobody out. The pitch. Dunn hits a ground ball past third base into left field. And the lookouts are at it again. 2 guys on to start the second. Trying to get an early lead here. Next up is shortstop Francisco Urbaez. 3-2 pitch from Smith. And he takes it right down the pipe for strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. Big out for Smith there, especially keeping the runners from moving up. It's going to bring up catcher Eric Yang, the number 9 hitter. And he's going to hit a little flare into right center field. Drifting in is Veras, and he's got it. Throws it back in. Nobody moves up, and there's 2 down. Smith trying to pitch out of this jam. Back to the top of the order, Jose Torres. It's a smash to third. Grabbing a throw. And he does pitch out of it. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Game is still tied, 1-1. And leading off the bottom half of the inning, Lloyd El Chappelli. It's a fly ball in the deep left center field. Looks like it's going to get down, and 1 hop over the wall, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Had to hold up there. Wasn't sure if that was going to keep carrying and go over the wall or not. You can see, takes the outside pitch, goes with it, hammers that into the gap, and hops over the wall for a double. So the Barons, man in scoring position, start the bottom half of the second here. Wilfred Veras, the right fielder today. He's going to hit a ground ball to right field through the hole. Chappelli around third. Throw comes in. And it's offline, and the Barons are up 2-1 now. RBI single by Wilfred Veras. It's going to bring up Wes Catt, the DH, and he's going to hit one inside the third base line down into the corner. Veras around second. He's digging hard for third. He's going to end up there, and we have second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the inning as the Barons trying to blow this game open early. It's going to bring up third baseman Gerald Perez. Big RBI opportunity here, and he swings and misses on the slider for the strikeout. Clutch pitch there by Burns. He's got man on second and third. 2 outs. Zavala in, and he swings through a changeup for the second strikeout in a row. Burns trying to limit the damage here. Gonna need a big hit by Colson Montgomery with 2 out. And the 1-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball to short. It's gonna be grabbed by Urbaez, throw to first, and they get 1 in the inning. Could have had more. Wilfred Veras gives the Barons the lead. All right, we're gonna jump ahead to the 4th inning here with DH Nicholas Northcutt leading off. And it's a ground ball to short. Montgomery grabs, throws, and it's in the dirt. And it's going to be an E6 on Monty there. Plenty of time to make the throw and just threw it in the dirt. And just like that, the lookouts have leadoff man on. Next up's going to be Blake Dunn, the right fielder. Pitch from Smith. Fly ball in the left. Zavala backtracks to his left. Catch, and throw in, and runner holds. That'll bring up shortstop Francisco Urbaez. 1 on, 1 out here in the 4th. Urbaez. It's a fly ball into right center field. Anthony chasing it, and it's going to be down. It drops in for a hit. Throw comes back in. Northcutt's going to go all the way to third on that play, and they got men at the corners with only 1 out. And catcher Eric Yang comes in, and he hits a line drive into center field. Anthony's going to have that. The runner tags from third, and he's going to score easily. And we have a 2-2 tie, just like that. This inning should be over right now. That's going to bring in leadoff batter Jose Torres. 1 on, 2 out. He hits a little blooper out beyond second base. Chappelli runs back and catches it for the 3rd out. So no more damage than that, but the error leads to a run-scoring inning there. We have a tie game going to the bottom of the 4th. And we head to the 5th. Quincy McAfee leading off, 2-2 game. It's a line shot into right field, and that's a leadoff hit again for the lookouts. It's going to bring in third baseman Austin Callahan. 1 on, nobody out. Smith dodging bullets here. Ground ball to second base. Chappelli grabs. No. Yep. Flip to second, and it's too slow. Callahan beats it out. Ball was hit way too slow to turn 2 on that one. So we got 1 on, 1 out. Christian Encarnacion strand up. And the pitch. And he swings. Slider down and in, misses it. Big strikeout there for Smith. Keeps the man on first with 2 outs for Burdick. Here's the pitch. Number 102 from Smith, and it's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Chappelle's going to be under it, and that's going to be the 3rd out. And that's going to be it for Hagen Smith. He's going to finish the day. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Now we jump ahead to the bottom of the 6th after Anthony Elko both grounded out to second base. Lloydell Chappelle stepping in, trying to get something going for the Barons here in the bottom of the 6th in this 2-2 tie. Chase Burns, pitch number 107, and it's going to be a pop foul down the third base line. Callahan's going to drift over, and he's going to have it for the 3rd out. And that's going to be it for Burns as well. He goes 6 innings, allows 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and strikes out 4. Leading off the top of the 7th is going to be Jose Torres. His 1-2 pitch from Dahlquist is flown into right field. Veras drifts under. Easy catch for the 1st out. Now bring up Quincy McAfee, the center fielder. 1 for 3 in the game, and he hits a ground ball past the pitcher into center field. And the Lookouts are going to get a man on first here with 1 out in the 7th as they try to take a late lead. Now Austin Callahan hits a fly ball into right. And it's going to drop in front of Veras. Looked like he was going to get it, but it drops in front, and the runner goes all the way to 3rd on the play there. I think he kind of mishandled that just a little bit. Now Christian Encarnacion Strand's going to come up with men at the corners and only 1 out. And he's going to hit a pop fly behind first base. Chappelle's going to drift under. Easily grab that. Keep the runner from leaving 3rd, and we still have men at the corners with 2 outs. Good job by the second baseman there. Now Peyton Burdick trying to give the Lookouts the lead. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to 3rd. Perez grabs. Throw to 1st. And the Barons dodge another bullet. And we jump ahead to the bottom of the 9th here. We got 1 out and Tim Elko up to bat as the Barons try to rally for a walk-off win here. The 1-2 pitch from Hubbard. And he hits a line drive single into short right field. Barons get a base runner here late. After a line out by Chappelle, Wilfred Veras comes up, 1 on, 2 out. And he's going to stroke a single into center field, and the Barons aren't done yet. We're going to have 2 men on and 2 out. Wes Kath trying to win it right here. Big 3-2 pitch from Hubbard, and it's going to be an easy pop-up to the shortstop. And this time the Lookouts are the one that dodged the bullet. And we're going extra innings here, folks. We're tied 2-2. Now we jump ahead to the top of the 11th inning. Lookouts already have a man on first and 1 out. Urbaez smashes a single right up the middle, and Anthony bobbles a little bit, gets the ball back in. Runner was moving on the play, and they're going to have men at first and 3rd and only 1 out. Yang is going to come up next, and he's going to swing and miss on a pitch off the plate. Roberts trying to pitch out of a jam here. He's got 2 on, 2 out. Ground ball, Chappelle grabs. Flip to 1st. Again, Barons living on the edge. Jump ahead to the top of the 12th. McAfee up, 3-2 count. Pitch is lined in the left for a leadoff single for the Lookouts. After a sac bunt by Callahan, Encarnacion Strand comes in, 1 on, 1 out, and he hits one down into right field, and Veras misplays it. It goes all the way to the wall. Go-ahead run's going to score. Encarnacion's going to round second and all the way to 3rd with a 1-out triple. And the Lookouts take the lead here in the 12th. Looking to steal one late. Clutch hitting by Encarnacion. And that's going to be it, as the Barons fail to score in the bottom of the 12th, and Lookouts take game 1. Chase Burns and Hagen Smith both pitched really well. Take a look at the box score here. See 3 hits by McAfee, 2 by Callahan and Encarnacion, 2 by Dunn and Urbaez. Double, 2 triples. Burns pitched great. Bullpen only allowed 2 hits after the 6th inning. Barons had 2 hits from Anthony and 2 from Veras. Montgomery error was huge. Great game by Hagen Smith. Wasn't enough offense as they fall 3-2 in game 1. And the Barons will try to bounce back here in game 2 as they look to even this series at 1-1. Davey Garcia is going to be on the mound for the Barons. Garcia had 15 wins on the season and a 2.02 ERA. One of the pleasant surprises so far of the season for our AA squad. We're going to jump into the top of the second inning. Both teams were scoreless in the first. First up for the Lookouts is Christian Encarnacion Strand, and he's hitting a ground ball to short. Montgomery with the grab and the throw, and there's one down. Up next is going to be Peyton Burdick. 3-2 pitch with one out. He hits a line shot into right field, and it's going to drop in front of Veras. He's going to get the ball back in, hold him to a single. It's going to be the first base run of the game for the Lookouts. Next up, Tyler Callahan, and he's going to hit one into left center field. Zavala on the run, and it's going to drop as well. He gets the ball back in. They're going to have men at the corners with only one out. Early scoring opportunity again for the Lookouts. Done. Looking to get Chattanooga on the board, and there's a little flare into right field. Is it going to be deep enough? Ferris grabs a throw in, and it's not on line, and Lookouts take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Next up is Urbaez. 2 on and 1 out, and he hits a fly ball into shallow center field. Roman Anthony on the run. He's going to easily take that for the third out. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, Chattanooga Lookouts lead 1-0. All right, leading off the bottom of the second for Birmingham Barons is Roman Anthony. He's hitting 400. He had 2 hits in the opening game of the series. Chase Petty on the mound and the pitch, and he smokes one. Oh, what a diving play, and Callahan grabs it. Robs an extra base hit. What a play by the third baseman for Chattanooga. Check this replay out. Anthony goes with a pitch. He lays out completely. Fine play by Callahan at third. Next up is Elko. 1 out and a 2-2 pitch, and he hits inside out. He's going to bloop that into right field for the first base runner for the Barons. See if they can get something going just like the Lookouts did in the top half of the inning. Lloyd L. Chappelle comes up now. 1 on, 1 out, 2-1 pitch from Petty. And he breaks his bat. It's a little blooper, and Callahan can't grab it. And Chappelle's going to beat it out. A little speed down the line there. Now the Barons have 2 men on with 1 out. Wilfred Vera's up, the right fielder. And he pulls one into left field corner, and that's going to be off the wall. That's going to bring in 1, throw back in. And they're going to have men at second and third now with 1 out and a tie ball game here in the bottom of the second. Gotta love it. Barons responding early. Next up is Wes Cath. Another RBI opportunity, 3-2 pitch, and he hits one deep into right field. Back to the track and caught. And that's going to bring in a run from third. And the Barons take a 2-1 lead here with the sac fly deep to right. Almost got that one off the wall. And that's going to bring up Gerald Perez, third baseman. 1 on, 2 out, a 1-2 pitch, and he takes strike 3 right down the middle. Not sure what he was looking for. Obviously not that. But the Barons respond. Put plate 2 in the bottom of the inning, and they take a lead as they go to the third. And we head to the bottom of the third inning after the Lookouts didn't score in the top half. Sam Zavala leading off here. And Chase Petty's 1-2 pitch is popped up on the infield. Callahan's going to drift under and get the first out of the inning. Easy out for Petty. That's going to bring up Colson Montgomery. Barons trying to get something else going here. Bottom of third. The 1-2 pitch to Montgomery, and he flips it over second base, and that's going to drop for a little bloop single. I guess that's one way to get on base. Pitch was down and in, just dropped the bat head and flipped it right over the bag. That's going to bring up Eddie Carroll. Carroll with 1 on, 1 out, 1-2 pitch. And hits a ground ball, and that's going to get right up the middle. He's going to put 2 men on with 1 out. So Barons try to get a rally started here in the bottom of the third. Roman Anthony comes up. 2-2 pitch, and he swings through the 4-seamer for the second out. Petty, clutch out there. In steps Tim Elko. Birmingham trying to get this third run of the game. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 at the knees. Petty allows 2 base runners, strikes out the next 2 guys. Chattanooga fights off a rally. Now we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Eddie Caro's up. Still 2-1 Barons. Petty's 104th pitch is going to be lined in the center field. McAfee's going to settle under that for the first out of the inning. Up comes Anthony, struck out with 2 men on last time. And he swings and strikes out again on a pitch off the plate. Petty, 2 quick outs. That's going to bring up Tim Elko. And he's going to take a close pitch for ball 4. The Barons get a man on with 2 outs. And that's going to be it for Petty. 115 pitches on the day. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Strong performance, but he leaves trailing 2-1. Raver San Martin coming in to replace Petty. Trying to finish off this bottom of the 6th. We got 1 on, 2 outs. We got 1 on, 2 out. Chappelle up. Full count pitch from San Martin. And it's laced into left field in front of the left fielder. Elko's going to have to hold at second. So now they have 2 on and 2 out. Again, the Barons trying to get that 2-run lead here. Wilfred Veras is going to swing and miss on a pitch low and below the zone. San Martin gets out of the jam. And the Lookouts clinging to a 2-1 deficit. Herby is leading off now in the top of the 7th inning, and that's a pitch in the dirt by Garcia, and that's going to be a walk. His second of the game. And that's going to be it for him. So Garcia, 114 pitches, 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run earned, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Good performance from him. Exactly what the Barons needed. And Tristan Stivers is going to come in, try and get the final out here in the 7th inning. Former Major League catcher Tucker Barnhart in, and oh, he's going to take strike 3 at the letters. Stivers shuts him down. Barons still lead 2-1 after 7. And the Lookouts are going to have a new pitcher, Bryce Hubbard, coming in. Wes Kath is going to lead things off for Birmingham here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 pitch, and it's a shot into right center field, and that's going to get by the center fielder all the way to the wall. Kath digging hard, round first, and he's going to be into second base with a leadoff double. Wes Kath getting things going for the Barons here late. Next up, Gerald Perez, and he hits a line drive single right up the middle. Kath rounds third, and he's going to score. And the Barons are going to be up 3-1. Tack on runs, man. They count a lot. You need those tack-on runs. Take a look at Perez. Nice level swing. Nice hard liner up the middle. It's going to bring up Sam Zavala here with 1 on, nobody out. He's going to hit a high fly ball to left field. Burdick's going to settle under that. That'll give him the first out. And that's going to bring Colson Montgomery to the plate. 1 on, 1 out, 3-2 pitch. And he gets a base hit into right field. That's going to put him in on first and second. And he's going to go all the way to third, and he's out. What was he thinking? Perez was on. That was a shallow single to right field, and he gets gunned down by Blake Dunn. Terrible decision. Next up, Eddie Caro from the right side, and he's going to swing and miss, and that's the third out. Gerald Perez gets an RBI and runs into an out on the base paths. Both the good and bad of the play. As Birmingham's up 3-1 after 7. And now Jared Kelly's going to come in here in the top of the 9th, try and finish this game off, get the save for the Barons, even up this series. 40 saves during the regular season for Kelly. Christian Encarnacion Strand's going to lead it off for Chattanooga. Their last chance to get this game tied up. 2-2 pitch from Kelly. And it's a high fly ball in the left center field. Zavala drifts over. And he's going to have it for the first out. That's going to bring in Peyton Burdick, the left fielder. See, Burdick's 1 for 3 on the day. Kelly's 3-1 pitch is high and inside, and that's going to be ball 4. It's going to bring the tying run up to the plate now. Tyler Callahan swings and misses at a changeup low. Great pitch by Kelly there for the second out. Now Blake Dunn. He threw Perez out at third in the 7th. And he's going to hit one deep to right center field, and that's going to get down, folks, and go all the way to the wall. Runners around third, and he's going to score. And we have a 3-2 ball game just like that. One pitch away from getting out of the game. Now the tying run's at second base. Now Francisco Urbaez is up. Last chance for the Lookouts. Tying run at third, 2 outs in the 9th. And he hits a fly ball to left. Zavala drifting back. And shy of the track, he's going to have it. And the Barons win. Series tied, boys. Nice game all around. 3 runs on 9 hits. Lookouts landed 2 on 5. Garcia the win. Petty the loss. Let's take a look at the box score here. 1 hit for 5 different people for the Lookouts. Chase Petty pitched well. Over here on the other side, 2 hits for Colson Montgomery, 2 for Chappelli. Kath with a big double. Garcia pitched better than Petty. And although Kelly gave up a run in the 9th, they hold on and win 3-2. With the series tied at 1, we head to Chattanooga for Game 3 between the Barons and the Lookouts. Ty Floyd will take the mound for the home team. With Sam Zavala struggling in the leadoff spot, the Barons dropped him to 9th in the order today and pushed everyone else up. That means Colson Montgomery is leading off. And the first pitch from Floyd is lined in the left field for a hit. The Barons trying to spark the offense. We'll see if it works. That's going to bring up Edgar Caro. See if the Birmingham Barons can get something going early here. 1-2 pitch from Floyd. And Caro swings through the changeup for the first out of the game. Next up, Roman Anthony. He's hitting .222. Has not been as stellar as we were hoping for in his debut after the trade. Floyd's pitch is a ground ball to second. Grab, flip to second base for 1, and not going to get Anthony at first. Ball was hit entirely too slow, so there's 2 outs and a man on first now. That's going to bring up Tim Elko. Floyd's 1-2 pitch, and he chases the curveball down and away for the third out. So Floyd pitches around a leadoff single. So we head to bottom of the first. And on mound today for the Barons is Nick Nastrini. Nick played part of the season in AA and part of the season up in AAA. And Jose Torres leads off, and he's going to hit a smash into left center field. Roman Anthony on the run, dives and makes a great catch. Roman Anthony may not be tearing it up at the plate, but he's doing a great job on defense in center field. Let's look at this replay. Covers a lot of ground, lays out, backhanded grab it right in the web. Excellent play, Roman Anthony. Nestrini's loving it. That's going to bring in center fielder Quincy McAfee. 1 out, 1-1 pitch, and he's going to hit that into left field. Zavala's going to settle under that for the second out. Now in steps Austin Callahan, third baseman. 1-1 pitch, and here's a ground ball to first. Elko grabs, runs to the bag. Uneventful first, other than that incredible diving catch by Anthony. We're tied at 1 after 1. Now we head to the top of the third inning. Gerald Perez up. 2-2 count. Pitch from Floyd. Hits a fly ball into right field. Blake Dunn drifts over, back to the track, to the wall. Leaping catch in front of the wall, and he's got it. Dunn used his arm last game to gun somebody out at third, and now he uses his glove to do it again. I believe it's the same player, Gerald Perez. Doesn't look like that ball would have been out, but it definitely would have been off the wall for extra bases, and Dunn making it look easy. That's going to bring up Samuel Zavala. Has no hits so far in the series, and he's continued that pattern with a swing and a miss on the curveball down in the dirt. Up steps Colton Montgomery again. Singles lead off the game. Batting lead off today, and he rips one down the left field line. That's going to rattle around in the corner. He's around first, digging for second. Throw comes in. And he's in, sliding for a double. Barron's trying to start up a two-out rally here. Montgomery's 2 for 2. Kiero's up now, and he's going to hit a ground ball to third. Callahan's going to grab and throw. Lookouts dodge a bullet there. Barron's trying to get on the board early and haven't succeeded so far. Austin Callahan here in the bottom of the fourth, and he's going to hit a shot to right field. That's going to go over Wilton Veras' head, bounce off the wall, throw that ball in, and he's going to be in with a double. Leadoff double for Austin Callahan. Now the Lookouts are trying to score. And Encarnacion Strand hammers one into the gap in left center field. That's going to go to the wall and score a run. Anthony gets it, throws it back in. That's an RBI double. And the Lookouts take the early 1-0 lead. Watch this replay. Takes that low pitch and just drives it into the gap. No chance for the outfield to get to that one. And that's going to bring in left fielder Peyton Burdick. Looking to drive in another run. One on, nobody out, and he hits a line drive to right, and that's going to drop in front of Veras. The throw coming home. Offline, doesn't matter. Runner holds at third. So now Lookouts minute the corners and nobody out here. Bottom of the fourth. Trying to extend this 1-0 lead. Tyler Callahan comes up. Here's a ground ball to short. Montgomery flipped to second, on to first, and not in time. Couldn't turn two. Another run scores, and it's 2-0 Lookouts. Blake Dunn comes up now. He hits a ground ball to second. The flip to Montgomery to throw to first, and this time they do get him to end the inning. But not before Lookouts get on the board first. They're up 2-0 after 4. Now we're going to jump ahead to the top of the 7th inning. Still 2-0 Lookouts. Roman Anthony up. He's 0 for 2. He's going to hit a shot into left center field. And that is going to be run down. What a catch. Quincy McAfee had to go a long way to get to that one. I'll bring up Tim Elko. 1 out. Barron's still scoreless here in the 7th. And hit a tapper to third base. Going to be a grab and throw by Austin Callahan, and that's 2 down. Barons have really struggled on offense this entire series. Lloyd El Chappelle coming up now. 2 outs in the 7th. 3-2 pitch is going to be high and outside for ball 4. So maybe they can work some 2-out magic here. Here's Wilfred Veras. Trying to get a big hit here. He hit a ground ball to short. And a flip to second for the force. Ends the little tiny rally here at the top of the 7th inning. And it's getting late. Barons need to do some damage. Now we go to the top of the 8th inning. Wes Kath up. 0 for 2 on the day. And he hits a line drive single in front of the left fielder. Now he's 1 for 3. Barons. Tying run's going to come up to the plate now. Guess it's better late than never, right? Gerald Perez got robbed right field last time. And he swings at a slider down in the dirt for strike 3, and that's the first out of the 8th. Sam Zavala still looking for his first hit in the series. 1 on, 1 out. And he hits a line drive to third, and that's grabbed by Callahan for the 2nd out. And in steps Colton Montgomery, 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Barons really need a big 3rd hit out of him right here. 1 on, 2 out, top of the 8th. Floyd's 1-2 pitch. And it's a tapper up the middle. Shortstop's going to grab. Flip to second. Backhanded flip on the glove, too. Little style points there. And the Barons rally goes for naught as they are still losing 2-0. Now we hop ahead to the 9th inning. Casey Legamina comes in. Lookouts closer, trying to finish this off. Eddie Carroll leading off, and he's going to strike out on a high 4-seamer. 1 down. Roman Anthony up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And he's going to hit a pop foul to the right of first base. Encarnacion's going to grab it. There are 2 outs. Lookouts 1 out away now from the 2-1 series lead. Tim Elko, the last hope for the Barons, and he swings through a fastball, and the Lookouts win 2-0 and take a 2-1 lead here in the series. You see, Barons 3 hits, 2 of them by Montgomery. They didn't do much damage after the 3rd inning. They did no damage, actually, with no runs. Take a look at the box score here. See, Montgomery 2 hits, Kath with 1. That was it. Their offense was non-existent. Nastrini did not pitch bad. Bullpen pitched great. But you got to give it to both Chattanooga's offense and Ty Floyd. 8 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 7 Ks. Timely hits, especially from Encarnacion. And now the Barons' backs are up against the wall in Game 4. This is a do or die with Chattanooga up 2-1 in this best-of-5 series. Birmingham desperately needs their offense to wake up because their pitching has been good enough to win. Christian Roa takes the mound for the Smokies as they try to close this thing out. And leading off for the Barons today is Leody Chappelli. He led off early in the season and dropped him down in the order after we got Roman Anthony, and with the offense sputtering, we decided to go back to our original leadoff batter. And Chappelli hits a blast in the left center field. That's going to get down and be extra bases. Round first, digging for second. Throw comes back in. And he's got a leadoff double to start the game. So hopefully that'll get the Barons going. Got to jump on him early. Next up is Colson Montgomery. And Roa spins and throws, and they picked him off second base. Oh my goodness. What is going on? You can see the quick spin. Chappelli caught off guard. And all the good he did with his AB is wiped out by a base running blunder. That's going to bring in Colson Montgomery. Went from having a man in scoring position to nobody on, and he is a line out to short. Next up is Edgar Chiaro. The catcher hits a ground ball to third. Callahan's going to grab that and toss to first. And what looked like a good start to the game turns out to be nothing as the Barons go down here in the first. On the mound today is going to be Kai Bush. Bush pitched really well for Birmingham in Double-A this year. Several of his games entered in shutouts for the team, although he didn't get credit for it himself. Leading off is going to be right fielder Blake Dunn. Had a great game in Game 3. And he's going to take ball 4. And the Lookouts are going to get their leadoff batter on as well. That brings up center fielder Quincy McAfee. 2-2 pitch. And he hits a line shot in the left field, and the Lookouts going to have their first 2 batters on. Next up, Austin Callahan. Callahan hits a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be 3 straight hits. Dunn digging around third, and he scores. And the Lookouts take a 1-0 lead. First 3 batters have reached here in the bottom of the first. In steps Christian Encarnacion Strand, and he hits a shot deep to left center field, and that's going to go. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to hit the wall, and it just snuck over for a 3-run blast, and the Lookouts are up 4-0, 4 batters into the bottom of the first. This is a disastrous start by the Barons. Leadoff double gets picked off, and then you give up 4 runs and 4 batters in the bottom half. See the replay here. It was just a laser shot right over the left center field wall. It's going to bring up Peyton Burdick here. Base is empty. 4-0 lead. He's going to hit a tapper to short. Montgomery's going to grab, throw to first, and that's the first out. Next up is Tyler Callahan, second baseman. 3-2 pitch from Bush is just low. That slider just missed the bottom of the zone. That'll bring up Francisco Urbaez, the shortstop. 1 on, 1 out. 3-2 pitch. And he walks as well. Man, Bush is all over the place this inning. He's not giving up hits. He's walking guys. Nicholas Northcutt, the DH now, and he's going to take a changeup on the inner corner for a strikeout. Something finally happens good for Bush in the inning. Now we got 2 on, 2 out, 3-2 pitch and a ground ball to first. Elko grabs, flips to the pitcher, and that's the third out. The Lookouts jump all over Birmingham early. The big blow, this 3-run homer by Christian Encarnacion Strand. Now we're going to jump ahead to the bottom of the second inning. Blake Dunn leading off here for the Lookouts. And that's a pop fly into short center field. In comes Zavala, and he's got it for the first out. Nice running play. And Quincy McAfee swings and misses on the off-speed pitch off the plate for the second out. Bush looks like he's finally getting everything turned around here, but only one inning too late. And here's going to be a ground ball past Chappelli into right field for a base hit for Callahan. He had a single in the first inning. 2 innings, 2 at-bats, 2 hits. That'll bring up the man, Christian Encarnacion. 3-run homers broke this game open early. 2-1 pitch from Bush. It's a ground ball to short. And Montgomery boots it, and everybody's safe. Oh my gosh. When it rains, it pours, right? Look at this. Easy ground ball. Should end the inning, and it just hits him in the heel. Focus on this team is severely lacking, and this is a crucial game 4. That'll bring in Peyton Burdick now. 2 on, 2 out, and he swings at strike 3. Drop third strike. Caro throws him out. And somehow the Barons escape that inning without giving up any more runs. We jump ahead to the top of the 4th. Roman Anthony up now. First 2 batters of the inning, Caro and Elko, both flew out to left field. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Roa. And Anthony's going to hit one into left center field, and that's going to off the outfielder's glove. And he quickly throws it in as Anthony gets greedy, and he's going to be out at second base. Even when things happen good for the Barons, they turn out bad. Now we go to the bottom of the inning. Yang leading off Bush's 2-1 pitch, and that's laced into center field for a leadoff single. It's 3 innings and 3 leadoff hits for the Lookouts. Next up, Blake Dunn, ground ball to first. Elko kind of stabs at it, knocks it down, and able to get back and get him out at first. McAfee up, man on second, 1 out, and his 1-1 pitch is lined into right field. Grabbed by Anthony there, and he throws in, and it's going to be late. And the Lookouts are up now 5-0. Austin Callahan going to hit a ground ball to second. Chappelli to Montgomery on to first. Inning is over, but not before Quincy McAfee gives the Lookouts a 5-run lead. Now we head to the top of the 5th inning. Wilfred Veras leading off. And he's going to hit a base hit right up the middle, right through the pitcher's legs. Barons desperately need to get something going here. Wes Kath steps in with a 1 on, nobody out. Roa's pitch, swings and misses, strike 3. Couldn't connect with that high fastball. Now Jacob Gonzalez comes in. He's playing today at third, and all they're going to say, he went around on the check swing. I don't agree with that call. That's 2 outs. Sam Zavala up. 2 on, 1 out, trying to extend this inning. And he hits a ground ball past the pitcher, and we will get 2 on with 2 outs. Inning is still alive. It's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Lloydell Chappelli. 1 for 2 on the day with a double. Promptly got picked off second, and he swings through a pitch right down the middle. And the Barons go down again. And now we jump ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Blake Dunn's going to lead off the bottom of the 7th here. Dahlquist in relief. And he hammers this one, no doubt. This is long gone, and it's now 6-0 Lookouts. Have a series, Blake Dunn. 106 mile an hour. Yeah, there was no doubt on that one. And after McAfee's single and 2 flyouts, Peyton Burdick hits one deep to left. Kath back to the wall. Jumps, and it's gone. A 2-run homer, and now it's 8-0. As I said earlier, when it rains, it pours, and Birmingham is just getting showered on. 8-0, bottom of the 7th. Lookouts are dominating in this winner-go-home game. Get a replay here. Hit a high fly ball. Cat thought he might have had it, but he was late getting to the wall and it just snuck over. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the ninth here. Edgar Caro leading off. Lookouts leading 8-0. And he's going to hit a line drive in the left, and that's going to be caught by Burdick for the first out. Barron's trying to get something going. Tim Elko steps in now. 1 out. 2-1 pitch from Hubbard. And he's going to hit a ground ball to second. It's going to be scooped by Callahan. Throw to first, and there's 2 down. In steps Roman Anthony. 2 for 2 with a walk today. He's one of the only guys that's produced at the plate. And he's going to hit a line drive up the middle, and that's going to be a 3 for 3 day for Anthony. At least he showed up on a key game. And Wilfred Veras, last chance for the Barons. 1 on, 2 out. 2-2 pitch from Hubbard. And it's a ground ball to third. Callahan grabs. Throw across the diamond. And just like that, the Lookouts win. They win the series 3-1. Dominating fashion in Game 4. Good for them. And we check this box score. Let's see. Roman Anthony 3 hits. A bunch of others had 1. Bush just got lit up in the first inning. Dahlquist didn't do much better himself. Pitching was there all series except for today. Chattanooga. Whole top half of the order went nuts. Roa was dominating in his 7 innings. And yeah, that's what happens when you don't hit in a series. All right, let's take a brief run through the statistics for our AA team's playoffs. You see Roman Anthony had 5 hits, led the team in hitting, but no RBIs, no home runs. He didn't even have any extra base hits. He had a double. Colson Montgomery hit .294, but didn't drive in a run. Wes Kath had a sac fly to drive in that one. Wilfred Veras drove in 2. You can see that was our biggest issue. We only had 5 RBI for the whole series in 4 games. And yeah, 5 runs, that doesn't cut it. Can't win games if you don't score. On the pitching side, Dahlquist, that was mostly in relief. He pitched 5 innings in relief in that marathon Game 1. Garcia pitched well. Higgins Smith pitched well. Where's Kai Bush? He doesn't show. It's because he's up in AAA for some reason. I don't know why the game does that. Relief pitcher side, Kelly gave up 1 run, but he got the save. It really was not a problem with the pitchers. It was all on our hitters. Could not get on base. Can't win if you can't get on base. Do we even have, how many extra base hits do we even have? And we had a bunch of doubles, no triples, and I don't think we had a home run. So that's the end of season 1 for all these guys down in AA. I will give you a recap of the Major League side in the next episode. We will go over all the league leaders, all the award winners, and get a recap on the regular season, who won the World Series and all that good stuff. Hopefully we will have some interesting stats next season, especially if we can make the AAA playoffs, but who knows. But anyway, if you liked the episode, make sure you hit like, subscribe, comment, share it out, do whatever, and I will catch you guys next time on the Chicago White Sox Draft Only franchise.